Hello everyone and welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. When we left off we did just a bunch of Merlin trials, so I'm going to try to get on some side quests here because I think I have a bunch of quests to do now. Oh, let's do the friend... Actually, no, that's a main quest. I don't want to do that yet. Let's do this one. Oh my goodness. That's a distance. Good thing for fast travel.
Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
I have no
Like
idea.
a place right out of a storybook.
I've already been here. Hi, Sprottle.
Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aiden used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
How many do you need?
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
I can certainly try and find some for you.
That would be wonderful. I'm worried about the travelling vendors and would love to get them more Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aiden died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aiden took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Sounds good.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Goodness.
I don't remember which one Sirona
Well,
was,
she
honestly.
was almost exactly like she is
Too
now.
many people.
Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories.
Oh wait, I think I remember who Sirona was now.
Included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying
She
with
the
us.
innkeeper or the
Thought she might
bartender?
enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those Horklumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
How much you need? 2? I'm lazy.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Your guy is really not liking you. Oh, here. Alright, let's go. Oh, okay. Horklump Hollow. We have 8 of 10. Oh, not that way.
Better have a look around. See about the Horklumps and box of letters. Almost there. One more Horklump to harvest.
don't like the way that looks.
That's all the Hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Jump. I'm assuming there's gonna be pen here somewhere.
Revelio.
Just hold up. Wait a minute. Sneaking around. Don't see anything. Yep. Ornamental stamps.
Revelio.
Wait a minute. Is that not really where I was supposed to go? Looks like there's a path that way. Where the heck am I supposed to go? Oh.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Wrong button. Ow. That was really quick, dude. I got caught. That's not what I wanted. Got this. That was not what I wanted to do there. Get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out. Barely got out of that one. It was close.
They felt that in London. Revelio.
That was way too close for me. Didn't he leave? Not that way. Oh, I gotta just walk through it. Whatever. Dear Serona, I configured this wee gift for you as a token of my gratitude. If you hadn't stood your ground on my behalf during Quidditch practice last week, I might have left the team altogether, and now we've won the Quidditch Cup. Ravenclaw House would not be the same without you. You're sincerely Sean. My dear Serona, I've sent a note separately to dear Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle for their hospitality, but felt the need to put quill to parchment with my thanks to you as well. What a lovely respite from the castle. I won't soon forget how we giggled about that ridiculous gnome. Did he truly believe that he was singing? And Mrs. Sprottle's steak and kidney pie was simply glorious. I shall be dreaming of it for days, so I appreciate you. I so appreciate you including me. I fear I must warn you, however, that does not mean I will go easy on you next week's match. You know that Ravenclaw is no match at all for Slytherin this year. Most respectfully yours, fellow Menemina.
This must be Serona's box of letters.
Dear Serona, when I arrived here, I had troubling sense that in many ways I wasn't like the other first years. I confessed I worried that Hogwarts might not have been the proper place for me and pondered sending an owl to my parents, asking them to fetch me almost before the first week of classes had ended. How did you know? I presume you're not secretly a legitimens, but I wonder that you seemed to know my thoughts better than I did myself. That day in the Three Broomsticks, when you spotted me huddled in a corner, staring blankly at an untouched butterbeer and an empty bit of parchment, my quill dripping ink woefully onto the floor, you came to sit with me. Well, I shall never forget that. I recall a sudden sense of relief, as if someone had cast a levitation charm on me. When you told me about how nervous you've been to come to Hogwarts, I looked at you, and it seemed beyond my imagination to think of you as anything but the confident, contented witch sitting before me. In the days that followed, I marveled at how you charmed in the non-magical sense. I mean, everyone around you without apology, embracing who you were and who they are. It was as though a candle had flickered on for me. I realized that I could choose that path as well. Now that my school years are ending, the frightened first year which I had been seems worlds away. And I know it's because you saw yourself in that despairing creature in the corner of the pub and so generously extended yourself to her. Yours sincerely, Maribel. P.S. Please tell Mrs. Sprottle that I still plan on visiting her and Mr. Sprottle whenever I can for their delightful conversation, and I am unashamed to admit her incomparable cauldron cakes. Oh my goodness, how many more of these do I have to read? Dear Serona, happy birthday, my darling friend. I sneaked into the kitchen and asked Finky to make your favorite cream crowdy. She was delighted to oblige. Not sure where she got the raspberries at this time of the year. Genius, that Finky. Best. Oh my gosh. Dear Mrs. Sprottle, Mother and Father were delighted to hear that you and I had spent the afternoon at Gladrags last Saturday. Truth be told, I think my mother was ever so slightly envious. I shan't soon forget how heartily we laughed at my efforts to lace the bodice of my new dress. A challenge indeed, as is the rather delicate practice of properly situating a hat pin without wounding either my hat or my head. But I adore everything that we selected, and I have to thank you for now feeling like a marvelous fashionable witch. It was also a treat to dine at the Three Broomsticks without having to clear the tables. I shall own a place like that one day, mark my words. I consider myself more than lucky that you and Mr. Sprottle agreed to let me stay. I know that my parents feel precisely the same way. Yours gratefully, Serona.
I think that's everything.
Yep, I hope so. I'm done reading. I think that was the most reading I've ever done. Go on.
Find Mrs.
I think it was
Sprottle.
Hogwarts, sir.
She'll be glad to get these Hawk lumps.
It'd be useful if it wasn't on this stupid.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. I have good news. I was able to harvest some hawk lumps for you, and I found Sorona's box of letters.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The traveling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
I need some of them.
And Sirona will be delighted to have those letters. How kind of you. Now you be careful heading back to Hogsmeade.
Thanks.
I should take this box of letters to...
Oh, really? Should I? Yeah. Maybe I'll keep the letters for myself. Go, 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 run, run, run.
I'll say
Yep,
it
I was
again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
Yeah, no problem.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her. And for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Alright, that's one keg shelf. Alright, one down. Let's see what we got. That's the demigods. Looking at the other one. Jump. Oh, you can't jump. Wait a minute, what was that? I don't know what just happened. What just happened?
Awful when they ask you a question.
I gotta wait for her? I was like, don't want to wait. Where's she at? Oh, there she is.
Hello,
Say,
Adelaide. I received your owl.
Thank you for coming. You see, my uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumors that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
yeah, you'll be
I'm
fine.
not convinced you need to worry. Perhaps your uncle's been delayed, and surely he can take care of himself.
That's exactly what Professor Weasley said when she forbade me from leaving the grounds to look for him.
I'll look for
She's
him.
convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only
Gobbledygook.
recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide. Oh, Uncle Roland, what have you got yourself into?
Alright, let's go. Where am I going? World map. What am I doing? Travel here and then I'll fly, because it didn't look like there was a spot for me.
Maybe near Brockborough, past the river.
I have a feeling there's going to be Ranrock loyalists there. What was that?
Could this be Mr. Oakes' campsite? Ranrock's loyalists, just ahead. Should I take them back? Easily diverted. Instead. Not quite. Incendio! Kill spell.
That was meant for me.
Potato! Stupefy! Stupefy!
You won't stop me. Not quite.
Incendio!
I've been fighting since before you were born.
Stupefy! Bringo! Potato! Stupefy!
You can't stop us.
Stupefy! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Big and well. Money. Money. I say, well, Lewis. Ooh, look, a journal.
Oakes' trade
Oh,
journal.
gosh. Rannoch's lot agreed to meet, but I do feel a tad uneasy. They amended their request and were angry when I asked questions. I overheard some of their plan in gobbledygook. They're after my rare metal deposits that are suitable for drilling. I'm afraid of upsetting them further. They seem rather volatile, and I need this transaction to happen. Perhaps we can work out a compromise, perhaps not.
Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him.
Oh god, they're gonna make me actually figure it out.
Mr. Oakes' trade journal.
Alright. Now I gotta look at that again. I forget how to do this. Oh, good. What am I doing? Ah, there it is. Alright, so we're here. So we go south. Need to go south. Follow the water. There's a Merlin's trial.
A rock formation. That's the first landmark on this map. Now to find the crooked tree.
Crooked tree. I go across at one point? Yes, I do. So when I hit the, there should be a
crooked tree, just as the map said. The crumbling tower shouldn't be far from here.
Yeah, there it is.
Revelio.
I missed it. It's very odd. There's a... Nope. That's not what I thought. Can't jump up that? He literally, his hands literally make it.
What do we have here?
This right? That's not what I wanted to do.
This looks like... I may have more luck higher up in the keep.
Thank you for making me the first object of little moon calf.
chance off of...
What just happened?
Heads of lettuce, those mushrooms were.
A ladder. That's what I need. Petrificus totalis.
Reminds me of the time.
Revelio.
Alright, there's a guy up there.
Patrolling this area. I know I heard something.
This is the spot on the map. I'd best have my wits about me. Petrificus totalis. Someone who will regret coming here. Protego.
I'll cut you from.
Stupid one. Incendio.
That was about as lucky as I could have made that. We go after this guy. Eh, whatever. Wait a minute. Is there guys up there? I do want to go after that guy. There's gotta be something up there, right? If there's more guys up there. I can't get there. Oh, never mind.
We're close to a breakthrough. I can see
Glad I was never locked up here.
Alright. Same, I'm glad. Have you ever been locked up?
What will we find in here? Revenue.
Do all the goblin gold.
When the war is over, goblins will rule over wizards at last. It's punishment to us all to have that miserable human around.
I forget how to do this. I don't remember. I did it though.
I'm famished.
Petrificus totalis.
That Wigan Wild.
Revenue. It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on.
What was that noise?
Petrificus totalis.
Break to fire.
Man, I wish that I had that Petrificus Totalis thing that...
Do with a nice mushroom stew.
like, jumped.
Revelio.
Oh my gosh, there's guys, a lot of guys over there. Play this.
A human's word is worthless. This prisoner owes us the metal we were promised. Next time I see Fig or that student, I'll give them what they deserve.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to sneak my way through this one.
Any who oppose Ranrock will be eliminated. Oh! Who is it?
Who's that?
That was kind of funny.
Petrificus Totalis.
I did not expect that to... I forgot.
Find a door. How to open it?
Turn around. Doop, 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 doop. I thought he was turning around.
Petrificus Totalis.
No one was there. I feel as though I'm not alone.
You will
I know I heard something now.
Petrificus Totalis.
I can't believe I got through this entire... I can't believe I got through that entire thing without getting spotted. Especially after I just destroyed that one dude.
Revelio.
That's probably nothing.
He'll learn his lesson after being locked away. You can count on that.
Gotta figure out what to do here. Ugh. That's not what I want.
Childish.
Potato! Stupid!
Ah, too early.
Arrest their momentum.
Alright. Let's see what we got. Alright, so I didn't need to come back here. I say I'm trying to figure this out at this point. Let's go to this one in case I need it.
Revelio.
Just trying to figure out what I'm doing here at this point. Ooh. Looks like the same ones I have already. Oh, wow. Okay, here.
Seems quiet. Too quiet, if you ask me.
Hello.
Too late for you to learn the error of your ways. Revelio.
Yeah, I think I need the stealth one. Interesting. Kind of neat that there was like a hidden thing there. I see at least one over here.
I wonder if Adelaide's uncle could be down there.
Probably.
What? Such arrogance. Much too slow.
I did not see that one.
Incendio. Confrig. Incendio. Pity.
Ow. Don't mess with me again.
Revelio. Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it.
Of course you do.
Look for a boiler door. I've heard him speak of it.
I need to find Mr. Oakes' wand. Where could it be?
I'm here.
Accio. Glacius. Levioso. Arresto momentum. This door must need power from something. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defender. Revelio.
Oh. Okay, I see what. Oh, cool. That's cool. I don't know. I don't even know.
Incendio. Revelio.
Wow. Okay. That one's there.
One way or another, we'll get what we're owed.
Hurry it. Oh, a boss battle. Well.
What's that? Who's there? One of the best meals I've ever eaten.
I'd like to take everyone else out.
What was that?
The wizards will have no...
How nice of you to stop by. You'll pay for that. Stop it!
Incendio.
Why can't I hit you?
Defendo.
I will make you a little moonlight. Right, not to be worried about you.
Incendio.
That was meant for me. I've been fighting since before you were born.
Confringo.
I won't. Lucky, that's all.
Incendio. Confringo.
I won't rest. But it shouldn't take long. Easily diverted.
Expelliarmus. Levioso.
You are the inevitable.
Levioso.
Alright, so I actually need to change this. Crap, no, that's not what I'm doing. I don't know what this...
You explain the stench. Was that your best?
Oh, it has to be a commander.
Expelliarmus.
Your spells glance off of me.
Levioso.
Enough of this.
Confringo.
Okay, I got it now. I didn't get it, but... Alright. that made sense after I saw that said commander.
Revelio.
Money, 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 Wigwell,
This must be
wand,
Mr.
money.
Oakes' wand. Perhaps now he can set himself free. Confringo. Revelio.
Interesting. Well. Oop. Secrets. Oh.
Revelio.
Alright, let's go get this done. It's been a lot longer than it should have. Is it this way? Yep.
Please, pass me my wand. I can't get out of this damn cell without it. It's my last hope. Please. Wand. Oh, thank Merlin. Thank you.
Oh, look at that top hat.
You did it! Oh, you found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. How did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblins stole every Knut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ranrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizardkind, sees us all as cruel.
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture.
The door.
Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
I'm grateful I was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analyzing my detailed owls. If only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you, her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Can I do that?
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him.
Alright, so I completed that. Alright, let's go to the... Not that. Need the map. Where's the map? Oh, it's not available. Alright, let's get out of here. Is there a way out here? Am I gonna get locked in here? How do I get out of here? I'm not currently tracking anything. Yeah, I know, but I already forget how to get out of here. Let's get out of here, and then that's where I'll probably end it. I'll probably go back to the room of requirements.
Revelio.
Is this the right way? Nope. This way. Ah, figured it out. Alright. Hogwarts map. And here. And travel. Because I think when I come back, I'm going to talk to him. And we're going to do the quest for that. Alright. Thank you everyone for watching. And I'll see everyone in the next video.